Good morning, and thanks for joining us again for Monday Morning Quarterback. Today we're enjoying this weekend's victory that moved us to 9-0 as we defeated Gustavus Adolphus on our home field 20-7 and moved our team to 9-0 and also clinched a share of the MIAC championship. So for the second consecutive year, our guys have ended up at the top of the conference. It was senior day, so it was an amazing day for us to pay tribute to all of those 20 seniors that have worked. They've come to us all in different ways. Some in transfers, some four-year players, some guys that were able to stick around for a fifth year, but every single one of them has gelled extremely well to give us a class that has put enough work in that this program is now in the position it is, and we are very, very grateful to be able to honor them with our last home regular season game. Defense came out firing, and although they allowed only 212 yards, I think the manner in which we were able to shut down their final downs and get off the field on third and fourth down was really the statement of the game. Once again, Tony Dana led us in tackles. He had 8 tackles and 3 for a loss. We did have 3 sacks and 9 tackles for a loss as a unit. But we're starting to see some really, really good play out of the secondary, continuing their growth for the last 6 weeks, every single week. Guys like Josh Carey that had 7 tackles and made some really pivotal tackles in space, hustling all over the field from a safety position. And then turnovers from Tyler Erstead, who had a beautiful pick early in the game that set the offense up with a very, very short field. And Jack Gavin, who he not only had a great game last week and had some crucial plays and picks, but then he backs that up with 2 more interceptions this week against Gustavus, and one of them coming on a 4th down in the end zone where our defense had just allowed a 70-yard quarterback run. And probably the play of the game, even though it might not show up that way on the stat sheet, is Chinioji hustling from his backside corner alignment to track down that quarterback inside the 10. From there, our defense refocused and was able to stop them on a 4-and-out. And I think once that happened, the offense had also already scored 13 points, and that kept it at 13-0. I think that made everybody feel very comfortable with how we were playing. Our offense, as I said, did get off to a fast start, but then bogged down. 2 touchdowns on the first couple possessions, and then after that we had a number of long drives, but only a couple of them resulted in touchdowns. We were not able to get the run game going as early as we wanted to, and we tried a lot of different players and schemes. Certainly Colin Tobin carried the ball quite a bit, but most of the yardage was gained and the first downs were gained with Dakota Tracy using his feet, and also the emergence of Ryan Toney has done a wonderful job the last 3-4 weeks just getting better and given an opportunity. He had some exciting runs that really sparked us. Unfortunately, 3 nice long runs he had, including a touchdown, was brought back due to penalty, and we probably had close to 100 yards on a couple plays that were brought back due to penalty, so that is certainly something we have to get cleaned up. Fritz did go over 100 yards once again in receiving, but also real happy to see how Kyle Whitley is coming on. He had a very nice day, not just with his blocking and hustle, but catching the ball and making some things happen on 3rd and long after the ball was in his hands, which is much needed. Our special teams was really a short day. They only had 9 reps, very few kickoffs once again, which were kickoffs and kick returns. And we saw a couple of punts. Garrett Maloney had a little over a 40-yard average. Our kickoffs, though, we got to kick off 4 times, and Timmy Albright did a much, much better job. We had a few issues with placement of the ball the week before, and Timmy did a great job putting the ball where we needed it to, and that was a huge improvement over the last 2 weeks. Unfortunately, we did miss our field goal right before halftime. We had a 40-yard field goal as the offense moved the ball down the field, and we missed that to go up 3 scores at halftime. So I'd like to have that one back, and hopefully we'll improve on that. The players of the game: on offense, Logan Marks; on defense, Jack Gavin; special teams, Josh Carey; defensive scout, Neil Flaherty; offensive scout, Levi Ishmael; and hustler of the week, Chinioji. We hope you'll join us next week as we close out our regular season down in Northfield at Carlton at 1:10 as we take on the Knights. Have a great week.